Golf With Banks have released a new fragrance, and it's a rose fragrance. As a rose lover and connoisseur myself, I had to get my nose on this one. So let me tell you my impressions after I've had this perfume for about a week. I thoroughly tested it on my skin, and I can say that this is a 10 out of 10 fragrance, especially if you love a deep, darker rose that is quite resinous and a bit spicy. This is incredible. This type of rose I love in the winter, and it's exactly what I needed now, even though winter is kind of ending. I'm gonna spray this straight on skin so I can pick up on those top notes again, but I would say that this has like a very fresh, bright and radiant opening. You get a lot of that juicy raspberry, which is lovely, and then you start to get that rose in the middle that is so luxurious and velvety. There is something so inherently elegant about this fragrance, but it's also a very bold fragrance. This is very strong, it's very woody, it's very resinous, it kind of has like a dry feeling about it. And the rose in here is very seductive and sensual, but also a little bit mysterious. It's definitely like the type of rose that I was missing from my collection, because I have it all. I have the fresh rose, I have like a dewy rose, I have like a very dark, tawny type of rose, and this is somewhere in the middle. And if you add some spices and some woodiness, that is Rose Magnitude from Golf With Banks. It also has this orris butter, which gives it this creamy quality, and it makes it very decadent in a way, while being also very elegant. I would say that the woodiness and the spiciness is most prominent in the heart of this fragrance, and then as it dries down after like 1 or 2 hours, you get that same vanilla that is in Silky Woods that is so smooth and super likable. The dry down on this is heavenly, and it's to be expected because Golf With Banks have some amazing dry downs, and this one is no different. Aside the fact that it has a beautiful scent profile, this is also one that projects and lasts, and we always love that. And I think Golf With Banks did their big one with this rose. What really intrigues me about this fragrance is that it's very dense and complex, like full-bodied fragrance, but it also manages to be so elegant and sophisticated. Like the rose in here just smells expensive, and that woodiness and spiciness just gives it so much character. But the dry down on this is much more tame, and you get a lot of that vanilla, you get some sandalwood. It's really smooth and just a beautiful interpretation of rose. If you are a rose lover, I definitely suggest getting your nose on this one, especially if you've been through like different types of rose. In my collection, I have like dewy rose, I have like a green rose, so many different types, and this is definitely something that I was missing. Such an incredible and stunning rose, and if you have a chance to get your nose on this one, definitely do. I feel like even if you're not a rose lover, you should try this anyways, especially if you love like deep, darker, more resinous and spicy fragrances, because the rose in here is just so wrapped beautifully in those nuances, and it's just hard not to like this one. I think it's a great release, and for me, it's definitely a 10 out of 10, and I'm glad to add this to my rose fragrances collection.